let me, because this is just recording, then let me say that the office hour will not be recorded. Our office hour for this class is Tuesday, Thursday, 10 to 11 o'clock. But in case you want to attend my office hour for other time, oh, you can hear? Somebody can hear? Check your volume. Check your volume. If you want to attend my office hour other time, then please send me an email so that I can send you the Zoom link. Okay? And then the lecture will be recorded. So please be aware that the lecture will be recorded. Therefore, if you want to, you may want to change your Zoom nickname and disable your profile picture, okay, on your Zoom. Now, I usually post my recording, the recording of my lecture on YouTube and make it available to public. That's what I plan to do to benefit future students, okay? And as for sending me message during Zoom, if you have something private, something personal, send it to me by chat privately. But otherwise, then you can just talk to me through the microphone or chat. Okay, now during my office hour, I should be here, but in case you don't see me during my office hour while the Zoom is on, then leave me the chat message, okay, so that I can see your message once I come back. Now, that's what we had earlier before I start the recording. Now, going back to the announcement. Oops. This is what I want to show earlier. This is what I want to show earlier. Now, go back to the first announcement about attendance. Attendance, I need you to tell me that you are active in this class by how to say that, by typing here for the discussion of the day. Now, where can I find the discussion of the day, Thomas? Here, you go to discussion. Okay, let me show you the students view. Give me a second. Students view. You go to the discussion. You're seeing what I see, right? Okay. You go to the discussion. But I don't have that yet. I really thought I put it on already. My bad. I really thought I did it already. My bad. Yeah, this will be the discussion. I need to list it. For I really thought I did it already. Okay, so this is what I call the discussion of the day. So today is September 1st. Okay, now then, even though I don't require you to attend the class, but I need you to tell me that you are present. You are following the class. You want to be active. So you come here and then you reply, say here or present or anything to tell me that you are following. Okay, can you start doing that now? Anybody? So that we have an example. See, some people already say. So later on, I will follow. I will see that you are here, still attending the class by typing here. So you can say this is just formality. Okay, this is just formality. At the end of the semester, the college may audit me and asking me, oh, Thomas, how do you know a student is attending your class or not? Oh, well, from here. And I will leave this discussion for today open for 1 week. So next week, on the 8th, September the 8th, I will close it from commenting. So you have 1 week to say here on this discussion. Okay, now, so that at the end of the semester, when the dean asks me, Thomas, how's your attendance? Oh, I'm fine. I have this as an evidence, right? Okay. Now, on the other hand, if some people not writing, not telling me to present for a long time, let's say for 1 week or more than 1 week, then I know this person is not attending the class anymore. Either I send that person email telling that person to, asking if that person is okay, or I may just drop that person first. And usually that's what happened though. When I send email, the student's not responding until I drop that student. Strange. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Well, okay. Now then, that's for attending. Okay. I have my lecture. Actually, I want to change this a little bit. I want to change this a little bit. Give me a second. In fact, I want you to watch. Give me a second, okay? Give me a second. Better video. The one more appropriate for you. Yeah, I don't need to be synchronously on Zoom together with me for this class. And the material, you can watch the lecture video from this YouTube channel. This is the channel for Santa Monica College. And I cut it right before we get into pre-calculus material. So it's their pre-calculus class, which consists of college algebra with trigonometry. Now, I kind of do it in a way that it will cover the college algebra part only. So you can watch that and consider that as the lecture. Of course, I will do some lecture also in this class, but I prefer to spend more time doing problems. Okay, now while I don't require you to be on Zoom at the same time, okay, I need you to reply here on this the discussion of the day during a simple here is good enough. Now, I consider this as your attendance. Missing 2 days back to back give me reason to drop you. Now, but the big one, I do require you to be online synchronously with me during any tests. Now, tests and final days are days I require you to be online during my class. Okay, now then we get to the second topic. How about the testing, Thomas? Now, there are two parts when it comes to the testing. First one is about the proctoring. Now, I require you to have a camera, a webcam, or you can just use our smartphone if you want to observe you during the test. For me, more detail, I would like you to watch this video clip here. Okay. Our first test will be, I think, 6 weeks from now. So you have 6 weeks to prepare for the tools you need such that the proctoring can be done. Okay. Yeah, worse in worse, you may need to borrow another smartphone from your friend for just 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Okay. Now, how about what do we do for the test? Now, what happened is this: your class starts at 11:10. I will post the test at 11 o'clock. You will print it out. You write on it. and then you scan it and upload it back to Canvas by 1 o'clock. Okay, now then some issue. Thomas, you say I need to print it out. What happens if I don't have printer? What happens if I don't have printer? Then you ask yourself, oh, are you able to write directly to the file? Let's say if you have an iPad or you have a tablet that you can write directly to the file without printing it out. If you have that situation, then go ahead. And if you feel comfortable with that, okay, if you feel comfortable with writing directly to the file, then just do it like that. Okay, you don't need to print out anymore. Once you're done, you save it in PDF and then upload it to Canvas. Now, what happens, Thomas, if I don't have printer and I don't have such tool? Now, I strongly suggest you to get a printer though. Okay, so I mean, as a student, you need to have a computer, but after you have computer, you should have a printer. Now, I know right now, most of you, including me, have some financial restriction. Some of us have severe financial restriction. So I don't want to enforce that on you. If we have regular time, I will just tell you, you need to get it. Right now, no, I don't enforce it. So what happens if you don't have printer and you cannot write directly to the file? Now, what you can do then, your last option is you write on a blank paper. Okay, so imagine like this: you open your laptop or your computer, you don't have printer, okay, and you cannot write directly to the file, so you will write it on a piece of paper. Now, when you write it on a piece of paper, now you don't need to copy the question down anymore. Okay, go ahead, show your work, and of course the answer, right? I mean, not only the answer, I need you to show the work. Now, but here's the thing though, most students originally used this method in spring, told me that it actually slowed them down quite a bit. So their test 1 happened to be in class at that time, okay, right before we move online. And their test 2, they did it on a blank paper, and test 3 did it on blank paper, and they say, no, it doesn't work. You know what, Thomas, let me get a printer. You know what? So that person get a printer. Another option, of course, you can go to your friend's house or your family house, those who has printer, and then you say, can I just go to your place and then do my test there? Okay, but I would like you to actually do something so that when you take the test, you feel comfortable and can focus on the test instead of the technicality. You see what I mean? Okay. Please. This is for you, not for me though. All I know is I write the test, put it on PDF, post it online, and grade it later, right? I can be a teacher who is so mindless of students and don't care whatever happens, you know. Oh, somebody just said in our chat that Staples has Canon series printer scanner for sale, $40. Wow, that's a deal there, $40. Okay, now the thing is, there's a chance that some of us don't even have $40 at hand right now, though. But thank you for that information. I hope if that's the case, then try to get it maybe. Okay, yeah. Worst in worst, this is what you can. This is what you can do. This is the worst case. Okay, but of course, before you get to this worst case, try to get a printer. If you cannot get a printer, then find somebody with a printer and ask, can I go to your place and I use your printer just for my test? Okay. Now, how about scanner? If you don't have scanner, you don't need to buy it. Okay. If you don't have scanner, you don't need to buy it. As long as you have your smartphone, okay, then you can use an app called Cam Scanner if you use Android. And I know there are actually other apps to convert picture to PDF. Okay, not only Cam Scanner, but among all those, the one that I get better review is Cam Scanner. Now, if you use iPhone, however, I don't use iPhone, I use Android. But if you use iPhone, try to find out if it has an already built, somebody told me this, that iPhone has a built-in app that you can convert whatever file you have there into PDF. Okay, now iPhone is more expensive than Android, right? So you should do more. Okay, it's in Notes for iPhone. Okay, thank you. It's in Notes for iPhone. So you use Notes and then convert that to PDF. Okay, now I hope it will solve your issue with how to write your test. Now, I post assignment 0, homework 0, or quiz 0 as an extra credit assignment, just for you to learn how to work it out. So imagine your assignment 0 here, that's an extra credit though. But imagine if that's your test. Let's go to assignment quiz 0, right? Okay, now, so what you will do, you will print it out, print this file, okay, and then write on it and scan it to PDF, however you scan it, using a scanner, using cam scanner, or using notes converted to PDF on iPhone. Somebody just said also an app called Genius Scan, compatible with Apple and Android, and it's free. Thank you. Whatever it takes, okay, whatever it takes so that this can happen. Cam scanner, I was told, has a weakness. It can take only 16 pages. Okay, so what happens is, imagine my test. Let me show you one of my old tests, if I have it here. Imagine you have a test that's that is, let's say, 10 pages in length. Now, then, of course, you take pictures, 1 page per picture, but then using the app, you combine them into one PDF file before you turn it in. Okay, now, when you scan it to PDF, make it into one file. Even if you have 10 pictures, okay, make it into one file and then you upload it to Canvas. Now, how to turn it in though? How to turn in your assignment? So let me go to student view. Let's say this is your assignment. You're already done with the assignment. You already have the PDF file. Then you submit assignment, and then you put the file here. Okay, you put the file there. You click the file, and then you submit assignment. Okay, and you can submit that multiple times. I will grade the last file you turn in. Let me say it again. You can turn it in multiple times until the deadline, of course. But then I will grade the last file you turn in. Okay. Consider this as the practice for your test. Consider this as practice for your test. Now, second, textbook and calculator. The textbook you will use is this one. This is the textbook. Do you see my Amazon? Okay, yeah, you do. I don't suggest you to buy the new one. Please don't. Save your money as much as you can. Okay. Either you buy the used one, or I wonder if there's a way for you to rent it. Yeah, they have a used one for $10 something.
Yeah, I rented mine through Amazon for like 16 bucks, but I bought it a few days ago. Not sure if they ran out.
Oh, okay. Now, I see here that if you buy it, it will be approximately $10 something. Okay. Yeah, it will take up approximately $10 something, and it will arrive approximately in 2 weeks. So if I were you, I think that's what I will do. Okay, yeah. I mean, you figure out what is best for you. Okay, but please get your book as soon as possible. I will give you 2 weeks, approximately 2 or 3 weeks to get the book. Okay, so in other words, for the next 2 weeks, I will assume you don't have the textbook yet. Okay, for the next 2 weeks, I assume you don't have the textbook yet. Oh, our friend Madison just said that you can download it for free through this link on the chat. So go to the chat, take a look if you can download it for free. Anything free, why not, right? Okay, but I still am someone who think having an actual textbook will be great. Will be great. Okay, ebook usually not working well for some people. Now, on the other hand, if you go to this Amazon, okay, if you go to this Amazon, you can look inside, and some of the pages is visible. Now, I don't think for the first 2 weeks you really need the lecture from the book. Okay, we will need some material for you to do the homework. I think that's what you see from mine here. So what happened is this, I wonder if you can see it together with me. So it does have some pages actually posted if you look inside. Now the thing is, from page 7, it suddenly jumped to, oh, this is page 7, can you see more? Yeah, you need to sign in to see more though. Yeah, I will try to get you the material, or maybe provide you some problems for you to study from, to do your homework, okay? But meanwhile, get the book as soon as possible, okay? Yeah, I give you 2 or 3 weeks to get this book. Now, I myself just get my book online, and what I plan to do is I plan to scan the first chapter or the first 2 chapters and post it on our file, you know. But I will not scan all of them. Okay, I will not scan all of them. This is just to help you surviving while you wait for your textbook. Is everybody with me? You know, I wish I can scan all of them and just give it to you for free, right? Okay, but no, that's not right. But at the same time, I don't want us to be behind when it comes to learning. Now, meanwhile, however, if you go to files, I have a textbook, a free textbook here that I got online. And this is free. This is free. It's actually OER. They call it OER, Open Educational Resource. So you can download it there. And for the first couple of weeks, the material will be similar. Okay, you can study from there too. So yeah, you can download this and then maybe read the first 1 or 2 chapters. How about calculator? You need scientific calculator. Okay, but not graphing calculator. You need scientific calculator. Anything with add, subtract, multiply, divide, square root, exponential, and logarithm. Okay, the one I suggest are either one of these 2. Now you don't need to buy it from Amazon again. This is just to show you what it looks like. Okay, the one I suggest you. Okay, just to show you what it looks like. But you don't have to buy it from Amazon. If you can get it cheaper from eBay, go for it. I know Staples or Office Depot usually have them also, but may not be at a cheaper price. If you can borrow, of course, why not, right? But Thomas, I have graphing calculator though. My brother has that. Can I just use that graphing calculator? If you already have graphing calculator, you don't need to buy it. Just go ahead, but do not use the graphing capabilities. Do not use the graphing capabilities, because the question I give you, if you use graphing calculator, then you may miss important characteristics of the graphs. Okay, so it's not that I don't want you to cheat from graphing calculator. Well, the thing is, like, even if you cheat, you get it wrong. That's what I don't want to happen. Okay, you know, graphing calculator. Let me show you my graphing calculator. Give me a second. Now, do you see my graphing calculator? My TI-84. Right? Now, the problem with this is the window so small. The window is so small such that the graph that you see may be already distorted. And you know, the graph of our function may be a lot larger than this window, right? So if you use graphing calculator to graph the functions I give you, you may only get a small window of what the graph's supposed to look like. You see? Okay. Is TI-84 okay? Yeah, fine. TI-30 is good. TI-30X, TI-30XS, TI-30 in general is good. TI-30 in general is good. Okay, but if you need to buy, if you already have it, yes, TI-30 is good. But if you need to buy it, then try to buy the one I told you earlier. Okay, among a lot of TI-30s, okay, the one I have here is, in my opinion, the best one. Okay, the price is like only $1 different, right? If you buy new, so why don't you get the better one? Okay. When do I need to have this calculator, Thomas? You need to have this calculator by the 3rd week. So the first 2 weeks, of course we do computation, right? But most of them is doable. All of them actually doable by hand. Okay. Now that's for calculator. Any questions so far, by the way? Please feel free to let me know if you have any concern, or you think, Thomas, you know what? I'm financially very restricted right now. I don't think I can get the calculator. What can I do? Now, of course, for the next 2 weeks, right? For example, you can just use your smartphone. We don't have a test. We don't have a test coming. And when it comes to homework, you can use a smartphone. You can, when it comes to homework, by the way, let me go back to the assignment here. It's quiz 0 here, right? Okay, for all quizzes, I give you quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3 later on. I would like you to actually work together with your classmates. Okay, but you still need to write your own answer though. Okay, the only time I don't want you to get help is when it comes to test. Okay, test 1, 2, 3, 4, and final. I don't want you to get help. You need to do it on your own. Okay, now, and then the third announcement is basically the lecture. The lecture will be done through Zoom, and that's how you can see me now, right, by Zoom, right? You see what you see right now? Okay, and the thing is, Thomas, what happened if I miss the class, or I just don't want to attend the class? I don't like to listen to your voice. I don't want to see your face. Okay, well, but unfortunately, even if you listen to my recording, you still listen to my voice though. Well, anyway, if you want to see the recording, what you do is you scroll down, look for Zoom. I think in future, I will move this position of this Zoom here. I move it upward. Okay, but basically on the navigation column, click Zoom. And if you want to see the recording, you go here, cloud recording. Okay, now after this class, once I click stop recording, then Zoom will take approximately half an hour to 1 hour to post the recording here. So you click this and you will see the recording. Right now we don't have anything yet, right? But later on, once I click stop recording, and then in the next 1 hour, it should show up here. You see what I mean? Okay, in case, and if I were you, even if you are here right now, we are done at 12:35, right? Let's say at 2 o'clock, you try to see if you can access that. Now, sometimes you need to click it twice. You click it once, it says no recording available, right? Then you click that again. Let me show you my other class, the class that I have done yesterday. So this is the class I have yesterday, last night. So I click their Zoom, and you can see their recording here. You see? You see that now, right now? Okay, that's for their cluster. Okay, now going back to your class, because we don't have any class in the past yet, so we don't have any recording posted yet. Okay. Now, but on the top of that, this is the new thing I try to do with my class, and you are one of the first generation that I try to do this. Okay, I already have the material posted from my Santa Monica College pre-calculus, the one related to college algebra only, and you can watch it here. Okay, now each day there will be approximately the same to our, how to say, there are three recordings is equivalent to our 2 weeks. So how to say? Let's do it this way. Let's say between today and Thursday, I want you to watch the first one. Is it okay? Between today and Thursday, I want you to watch the first one. Of course, the first 1 hour with them, it's technicality for them. Don't worry about it. What textbook they use, their syllabus, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but then you will start with the material the midpoint formula. So the thing you want to learn from my first lecture video there, the one you need to pay attention is first midpoint formula. Midpoint formula, slope and equation of a line, and distance formula, equation of a circle. Now, these are review from your intermediate algebra. The first one month is basically review from intermediate algebra. Okay, that's what you need to learn between today to Thursday. Watch SMC Summer 20 lecture video number 1. And in there, what I need you to find out is about this thing. Okay, so on Thursday, we will continue from what we do there. If possible, watch 2 of them, lecture video 1 and lecture video 2. Now, what I plan to do is, we spend more time in answering questions instead of repeating the lectures that I already have. Okay, so between today and Thursday, I want you to watch June the 29th. If possible, go ahead with June the 30th. Okay, and then on Thursday, I will spend, let's say, half an hour answering questions or doing problems from the book. And then I continue with some lectures. But then I want you to watch all of this basically. Okay. What else? That's for the announcement. Syllabus. The class will be from 11 to 12:35. And my office hour right now is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 to 4, and then Tuesday, Thursday, 10 to 11. Your office hour, the office hour for the class is this. So if it is during this time, 10 to 11, Tuesday, Thursday, just go to your Zoom, okay? But for other office hour, if you want to talk to me directly, then send me an email so that I can give you the link. How about the poll? The poll so far is 20 to 5. So yes, I will change the office hour on Tuesday, Thursday to Tuesday, Thursday, 3 to 4. I will change it to Saturday, 8 to 10. Okay, now I will show you my my website later on. My website is super important. Okay, textbook I showed you earlier. You need to have a textbook. How you get your textbook, not my issue. You figure out. Okay, and then the prerequisite. The prerequisite, as I know, there's no prerequisite for this class, but a good foundation in Algebra 2 or intermediate algebra will be helpful. That's something I want to show you also later on through my website, what you should do to prepare yourself. Like while the material still easy, for the first 2 weeks, the material is still easy, then try to spend more time in reviewing your Algebra 2. Okay? Homework, grading. For the grading, homework is 10%. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, each 15%, and these are the dates for your test. Remember, I told you that I don't need you to be synchronously online except on the test dates. So these are the dates you need to be synchronously online with me. Is it okay, everybody? These are the dates. So you put it on your calendar. Thomas, what happened if I work during those time though? Well, the problem is you're supposed to attend my class all the time, right? Okay. Now I waived most of them. I just require you to attend 5 days, and these are the dates. Okay. So if you happen to be working during this time, and I understand we need that a lot, please talk to your employer only for these 5 days. Okay. Only for these 5 days. I need it though. Now, in all my tests and final, I have extra credit. I usually don't give extra credit for my homework though. Okay, but for the test and final, I usually have extra credit. While even if I don't give you any extra credit, the total percentage is 101%. Together with all the extra credit I give you, if you don't miss any points in my class, you may end up with 105 or 106% at the end of the semester. But I don't expect you to do perfect. Because I myself, if I take this class, there's a chance I will lose some points here and there. Okay, what you care, of course, is you pass the class or not, right? And can you get an A? Now, you get an A if you get 90% or above. So you don't need to get 105%. You don't need to get 101%. You don't even need to get 91%. You just need 90%. Okay, so please don't beat yourself up if you get 95 points in your test one. Everybody will be happy with that. Okay, yeah, of course, the higher the better. Okay, but come on, we are all human, right? People make mistakes. You know, we try to get the best grade we can, but at the same time, we admit there are room for mistakes that happen. Okay, now even my B is supposed to be 80%, I curved that to 80%. My C is supposed to be 70%, I curved that to 68%, but I will not curve that any further. Okay, no more other extra credit, no extra project. I don't curve that any further. This is all you have. Okay, so since the very beginning, I would like you to actually apply yourself, do your best for this class. However much you don't like math, right? However much you don't like math, do your best anyway. Okay, for some of you, this is the last class you need. Okay, just finish it and forget it, right? For some others, need this for your calculus for business, I know. So your purpose will be learn as much as you can here so that you do well in your calculus for business. Is that right? And I have a philosophy since many years ago, since I was hired. I have this question. I was actually asked this question when they interviewed me. And I knew this is a question I need to answer, even to myself. How do I know I'm a good teacher? How do I know this teacher is a good teacher? Now, a lot of students and some instructors also think that this person is a good teacher if he has a lot of students. But actually, that's not true. That's not true. The person who wrote the test is that teacher. The one who graded is that teacher. The person who passed it is also that the student's also that teacher. So how can the teacher be a judge for himself or herself? No, that's not right. The best judge for me is your next teacher. How well I do right now as an instructor depends on the result you get, the teacher's opinion in your calculus class. So I want us have this mindset. I want us to have this mindset. Besides passing this class, will you do well in your next class? Will you be prepared for your next class? Okay, and if you are well prepared for the next class, you need to give me that credit. Okay, but if you are not well prepared for the next class, you also need to blame me. We need to blame the previous teacher instead of the next teacher. You know, that's why I feel strange if somebody come to my class not prepared and that person say, but I'm an A student. I'm an A student. Say, hey, you know what? You may be an A student, but from a very bad teacher. You know, a teacher who just give A's to everybody and everybody happy except the next teacher, right? You call that prepared? No, no, that's enough though, that's enough. We need to put a stop on that. I, as a teacher, your instructor, need to prepare you well such that wherever you go, including if you transfer to UCLA, when you take calculus for business there, for example, you can follow. Then that will be my success. Okay, not only you who earn the grade, but also me who direct you, guide you correctly. Okay, I hope we are on the same page for that. Important dates, last day to add, to drop without W, and to drop with W are given there. And I hope you don't need those dates. The notes, having a textbook is a must. No one without textbook ever passed my class. In the past, I do not recommend e-textbook, but apparently right now, we may not be able to avoid that for some people. Whatever you feel comfortable and make you study, okay? I'm not saying that if you use e-textbook, your chance of passing is less. What I'm saying is, if you don't study, even if you have a textbook, then you actually waste your textbook, you know. Point number 2 in the notes, I already mentioned that before. Point number 3, no makeup test or final. I only give one makeup test and not retake, I give one makeup test or final, only one. Out of these 5, test 1, test 2, test 4, and final, out of these 5, no makeup test for test 4. And only one makeup test for test 1 or test 2 or test 3 or final. Are you with me? And makeup test is not retake. If you took the test before, let's say you took test 2 and you don't do well, then that's the grade. I don't give you another test to retake to improve your grade. No, you only have one chance for every test. Okay. Now, what is makeup test then? Well, makeup test is the test where you're supposed to take that test today, let's say, but then something happened that you cannot take the test today, then I give you a makeup test either tomorrow or 2 days later. Is it okay? Now, but I think I need to also tell you something that a lot of students don't know. The law. What is the law about makeup test? The law for makeup test. Instead of only makeup test, basically accommodation. An instructor is required by law to accommodate student only in 3 cases. In our situation, what happens if you miss a test? Under what situation I have to accommodate you and cannot count it against you? So the one makeup test quota, okay, should not be counted in these 3 cases here. Only in these 3 cases, though, unfortunately. The first one is if you have jury duty. Yeah, of course, I would like you to provide me the paperwork, then I give you the makeup test. Okay, and that makeup test will not be counted against you. It's not part of that one makeup test quota. Second, military obligation. And I'm someone who support our service members. So if you're a service member, let me know. Okay, and if you need any accommodation, let me know. And especially if you need to be away and cannot take the test according to the schedule, just give me the paperwork from your commanding officer. Okay, and then we will set up a time for you to make up the test. Okay, and the third one is religious obligation. Now, in case that one of my test day happen to be the test holiday, the religious holiday, okay, and you are not allowed to do anything during that day, or you need to do something else during that day, let me know in advance. Okay, I think 1 week in advance is good enough. That you need to do a makeup test because let's say next week, Thomas, next week I have a religious holiday, happen to be on the test day. Can I do a makeup test? Okay, let me know in advance. The rule supposed to be you need to inform the instructor in the first 2 weeks of the semester. That's the rule. That's the rule. So even if your religious holiday happens to be on week number 13, right? You're supposed to tell me in the first 2 weeks, week 1 or week 2, not after that. That's the rule. But with me, I don't mind if you tell me week number 13, week number 12, Thomas, next week, today is week number 12, next week is week number 13. We have a test, but that's my religious holiday. Can I do a makeup test? Yeah, I don't mind, no big deal, right? Okay, so only in these 3 cases, as I know, only in these 3 cases, the instructors are required by law to accommodate students. So Thomas, when I get sick, will you want to accommodate me? Well, according to what I told you earlier, I will, but only one time. Okay, according to my syllabus, I don't mind to give you a makeup test. I don't even want to ask. At times I don't even ask if you why do you need to do a makeup test. You know, uh, Sometimes I do if I care, but if I don't care, I don't ask. I just give you that makeup test. Okay, the makeup test should be done before the next meeting. So let's say today is your test day and you need to do a makeup test. Then you need to do it before Thursday. Then you need to do it before Thursday. Okay. Uh, what else? But Thomas, what happens if I get sick twice? Well, your health is your responsible anyway to start with. Okay. So you cannot say that I have to accommodate you. Simply because I say the law does not require me doesn't mean I will not accommodate you. No. But at the same time, I do not want you to force your situation into something I have to understand. No, no. Okay, you have your issue, I have my issue too, right? Okay, I try to understand you, but I don't want you to take advantage of me too. Okay, so one time is enough. Okay, one time is enough. Only one makeup test and no makeup test provided for test 4. I have my own reason why I don't give makeup test for test 4 if you miss it. But it's mainly because between test 4 and final, it's too close, such that if I give you a makeup test for test 4, let's say our test 4 will be December 10th, right? And you want to make it up on, let's say, December the 13th. So you simply like December 13th, Okay, now let's say you take your test on December 13th, then you basically lose 3 days already to study for your final. Okay, now you see what happened is that for that 15%, you sacrifice your 31%. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Okay, so what happened, Thomas, if I miss test number 4? Well, if you miss test number 4 and you don't miss any tests in the past, then what I will do is I will copy paste whatever you get in your final to your test 4. Let me say it again. What happened, Thomas, if I miss test 4? Well, as long as you don't miss any tests and your attendance is near perfect, then I would just let you take the final. Whatever you get on your final, that's what I copy paste to your test 4. Okay, that's if you miss test 4 and has nothing else to miss. No late homework will be accepted. You have at least 48 hours to turn in your homework. And most of the time, I will post the homework such that you have a weekend to do that. Okay, like what I said before, your homework or your quiz, I want you to work together for your test noted. Okay, now for that quiz, you have at least 48 hours. During test or final, you are required to be online with you, your test, your stationery on your desk, visible and audible at all times. Okay. Remember the video I gave you in announcement one about how you will take the test? Please watch that one. Okay. No, I don't care if you're great. Studying hard sometimes is studying good grade, but never expecting a good grade if you don't. Testing policy, closed book. I want to change this though. I will let you have open note. But do I need to take a poll if you want to have an open note test? I guess nobody's listening. Hey, then just leave it closed note then, huh? You don't want to have open book? Open notes?
Yes, open note. Yes.
Okay, I hear somebody say no. Okay.
We want open note.
Yeah, okay. Still closed book, but I will allow you to have open note. Okay. But here's the thing though, big warning, big warning, big warning. Listen to me, listen to me. Open note doesn't mean you don't study. You need to study. You still need to study. You need to study as if your life depends on it. Okay. Now, students who study and prepare for the test, open notes actually help them. Open notes help them boosting their confidence. You know, if you are so prepared already, having a note open next to you will actually improve your confidence. You see what I mean? And of course, once in a while, you may peek into your notes just to make sure that the formula you use is correct, right? Okay, but I have had students who think this way. It's open notes anyway, so these students don't study enough. And during the test, that person spends so much time in studying. Instead of studying before the test, that person studied during the test. And guess what happened? They don't have enough time for the test. These are students who later on complain that, Thomas, I don't have enough time for the test. The test is too long. Dude, I've been teaching for 20 something years. Okay, I can tell you that my test is appropriate. If it's too long, you don't have enough time, maybe because you study during the test. So open note for those people will be a trap. Okay, open note for those students will be a distraction. Okay, now don't blame me for that though at that time. Okay, because most of you want open note and I want to get the best of you. I don't want you to actually miss points simply because you misrecall some silly formulas. So I let you have open notes. Okay, but you still need to study. Okay, you still need to study. Scientific calculator required, TI-30 is recommended, the one I showed you, but no graphing calculator. Now I said earlier, Thomas, what happened if I already have TI-84? Can I use it? Okay, go ahead, use it. Okay, but don't use the graphing feature because you will get incorrect result from that the graph you have. Your graphing calculator only show you a small window of a very big graph. That's why don't do that. Okay, don't use it that way. Okay. Now, warning for repeating students are basically keep on studying. Okay. You may be recorded during any test or final. Remember, I told you that I need to see you, your test, your hands, your stationery, your desk throughout the test, and I will record it during the test or final. Okay. California law requires me to tell you in advance if you get recorded. I don't need your permission. I just need to let you know. That's why when you go to some stores, right? If you go to some stores at the door, you will see smile, you are on video, right? Basically they record it, but that's actually the way they tell you that you are being recorded to satisfy the law. Okay, to satisfy the law. Next one is I recommend you to study at least 1 hour every day. Okay, by the end of this course, this 1 hour study should already be a habit instead of merely a burden. Of course, the best one will be 2 hours, but at least 1 hour. Okay, if you have hard time to study, then start from 1 hour, but slowly increasing that to 2 hours every day. Now, the rule of thumb is look at the number of units of your class. This class is 3 units. It means you have 3 hours in class plus 2 times of that off class. Let me say it again. So 3 units means you need to study in class for 3 hours and 6 hours off class. Okay, so when I give you homework, I will keep that in mind that I should not give you too much homework. Approximately, you will spend 6 hours at most when you do your homework together with the other studying. And now the thing is, I have students complaining, Thomas, I don't have to study, and I ask them, how much time do you spend to study? Well, 1 hour per week. Come on, man, that's you're supposed to spend 6 hours. In fact, that student was actually in my statistics class. So that person's supposed to spend 8 hours outside of class and complaining simply because she needs to study for 1 hour per week, you know. And I was just like, I told you need to study 8 weeks, but Thomas, I don't have that much time. It's like, well, you tell me about it. As if I never been a student in the past. Oh, come on, you know. No, not that I don't like students. I was a student before. And what that person said, kind of like strange to students who actually serious and apply themselves to class, right? I forgot the name of our friend, but somebody told me earlier that he actually prepared for this class by watching Khan Academy 5 to 8 hours on daily basis. You know, that's dedication. That's what I expect from me myself, you know, and of course I would like you to have that also, right? Okay, nobody ever complained that nobody ever complained, oh, I studied too hard for this class. Have you ever heard that? I studied too much. No, right? You never heard that, right? Okay, nobody ever regret for studying too much. You know, what we heard is, you know what, I didn't study enough, right? Even if you have heard somebody say, I studied too much, it must be in sense of bragging, you know, in sense like, you know what, I did study. I studied my ass off for this class, you know, and I earned that A, right? Okay. Will you be so proud if you can get an A without studying? Will you tell that to your children? Anybody? I have 2 children. My son is 3.5 years old. I will never tell him that I'm proud of taking a class in which I got an A without studying. Never. And I don't think you will. That's not a pride. That's not a pride. You don't want to instill that in your children. And if you don't want to instill that in your children, don't do it. Do something that you can be proud of. Okay? Okay. Do something that you can be proud of later on, regardless the result. Okay, I did my part. Okay, the result is not in my hand, but I did my part. I did my best. Okay, course SLO, that's basically one of the questions you will see in your final, but don't worry about this, I will let you know in advance. You will see that my final is basically consists of this course SLO. So required by law that I need to inform you, if you need accommodation, please contact our DSPS office, and I think you need to call this number. Do it right away though, because it, especially at the beginning of the semester, they get overwhelmed, right? And then in the middle of the semester, they don't have anybody there. So don't wait until week number 4 for you to start contacting them. Do it now, today, the latest tomorrow, okay? That's for our syllabus. I still have 15 minutes. What do I want to do? Website. Let me show you my website. And my website is super important. My website is harjuno.com, my last name.com. I share this website with Mr. Chang and Mr. Feiner. Okay, I'm the owner of this website. They put their material on my website just to borrow my space. Now, what do you do once you get to my website here? Click on my name. Then on the menu, you see teaching here. There's a drop down previous teaching. then you will see the list of classes I have taught in the past. Now, in fact, if you scroll down further, you'll see the list of classes I taught at East LA College and Santa Monica College. If you ever say that Santa Monica is a better school, then if you go there, you will see me anyway. Then you know it's not about the school, it's about you, right? Okay, now yesterday I actually said the same thing, and I have one of my stats students say, oh, you know what, I don't really like SMC. And I say, why? I mean, I don't really hear that from students. Well, it's too crowded. And I agree with that. You know, I think if there's one thing I don't like about SMC, it's too crowded. You know, even the teachers, even instructors at times cannot get a parking spot. Imagine that, you know, our West LA College is much better for that. They have better infrastructures. You know, I agree with that. Their infrastructure is better, and we have smaller schools. But other than that, most of our teachers at West LA College also teach at Santa Monica. Well, anyway, why do I want to show you the courses I taught in the past? Because you can see my old tests from there. I don't give you sample tests anymore. Let me say it again. I don't give you sample tests anymore. I give you my old tests. So in spring 19, I taught math 1 to 245. Oh, I don't post my tests, my old tests. Okay, skip. Go back further. That's the last time I taught college algebra. Anytime else I taught college algebra. Go back further. Did I miss anything? In 408, I taught college algebra. So you look for the file 408 Math 245 test 1. So instead of giving you a sample test, I give you my old test, the previous test, the blank test in this case. Okay, 1 week before your test 1, I will tell you, oh, you can study from which test, which semester. Now, in fact, if you look at my Santa Monica one, I taught quite often college algebra there. But college algebra there has different name. It's Math 26 at SMC. So you click that spring 19 Math 26. Okay. Oh, I don't post anything either. Okay, then look back. I don't worry about it. I have a lot. Fall 17. See my Math 26 there. Okay, this is my previous test. So your test 1 will be quite similar to this. I give you the blank test. Now I don't say same question, okay? I say similar question. So you may have the same question, different function, different numbers. Now, beside that T1 for test 1, next to it you see parentheses with small s. Do you see this here? Now when you click this one, you will see the solution. So I give you the blank test so that you know what to expect from me. And I give you the solution so that you know what I expect from you. Do you think it's good? Okay. Now, the thing is, it's not only test 1, 2, 3, 4 from one semester. If you look back further, in fall 15, I have that class also. Math 26 test 1, let's take a look. See, this is the blank test. Okay, this is the blank test. I don't have the link for S here, means I don't have the solution. And I usually leave some sets of some semesters that I post the blank test but no solution, so that you have something to practice on. Okay, again, so college algebra at West LA College, I taught it last time in spring 19, but I don't have any material posted. You can look back further. Okay, but you can also see from Santa Monica College their Math 26. their Math 26. Their Math 26 is our college algebra. This is their blank test. Okay. I hope you can see that the questions are actually quite similar. Maybe different setting though. Sometimes I have 4 pages, sometimes I have 5 pages. In your case, very likely it becomes 7 or 8 pages because I give you more space, not because I give you more questions. No, I give you more space. Okay, that's for my old test, either Math 245 from West LA College or Math 26 from Santa Monica College. And if you look at their pre-calculus, our pre-calculus or their pre-calculus, anything before trigonometry is basically your material. Okay, maybe I write it as a note here. Let me write it as a note. Your Math 245, Math 245 is very similar to Math 26 at SMC and very similar to Math 260 at West LA College without trigonometry. Okay. Now going back to the website. Thomas, you mentioned earlier about reviewing our intermediate algebra. What can I do that from your website? You go to video, lecture video. From video, on the drop down, you click lecture video. And then the one that I like, the one I suggest is actually, this one, yeah, this intermediate algebra. You can click that one. Let's say you want to learn about, you need to know how to actually multiply polynomial and do factoring them. So let's say you want to review factoring, right? Oh, it doesn't work anymore. They already picked it up. Oh, this one. Intermediate algebra under SMC. Okay, and then try to do factoring. That's one thing I need you to know. Okay. Or you can also watch from East LA College Math 125, factoring. Can you hear the voice? And the good thing about this video here is it has closed caption in English or in Spanish. Okay, so actually my website, no voice. Maybe because you need to open it directly from your laptop or from your phone. Okay, but you know where to find it. Okay, you know where. What happened is this video comes to me and to my for my Zoom, and then from my Zoom goes to you. Apparently the voice is not going through. Yeah, again, they have closed caption. Okay, so if you want to review your previous material, this is the one you can just browse through this. Okay, I think this list of even this one here, Math 1, I think this one, Math 123 ABC works. Let's check. Yeah, for the voice, you may need to watch it yourself. Okay, go to the website yourself and try to dig in. So far, so good? Any question? Okay, so what you need to do between now and Thursday? Can anybody tell me?
We are to learn the midpoint formula, slope equation, distance formula, and then equation of a circle.
Where do you watch it, learn that from? That's right, girl. That's right. That's what I want you to do. But where do you learn it from? From YouTube. Okay, that's right. From YouTube. Okay, remember the playlist I give you from the SNC Math tool in the summer. Okay, study from there. And if you can watch more, of course, that would be great. Get your textbook if you don't have it yet. Okay, and calculator whenever possible. Don't forget you have quiz 0. Okay, the sooner you do it, the better. So that I can give you a feedback in case that you don't do it the way I want it. Okay, then I can ask you to redo it again. And there's a chance that this Thursday I will post another quiz that you need to turn in uh, on September the 8th also. Okay, that one will not be an extra credit. Quiz 0 is extra credit, but quiz 1 or quiz 1, 2 may not be one. Okay, other question maybe? Okay, so 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock on Thursday will be my office hour. If you have questions, feel free to stop by. Okay, go through the Zoom. And then I will start the lecture from 11:10 to 12:35. During that time, I may do more problems from the books and do less lecture because my assumption is you will catch the lecture from the lecture video from SMC. Okay, everybody okay with this now? Nobody say anything? Okay, we are good. Okay, see you then on Thursday.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
All right. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.